Hey guys, this is going to be a bass demo of the RedBear MK120, MK120, whatever you want to call it. But if you want more detailed on this amp, they're in my previous guitar video towards the beginning and end of the video. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not recording the same video twice, but with guitar and bass. There's a lot of nerdy info over there. This is just going to be a bass demo with maybe some comments. My bass is a little loud, which is kind of my fault, but I turn the preamp down to about here so we can get a good clean bass tone. The first time I've ever done the master on this. It's kind of shaking those tubes inside. I need to get those a better fit. But what we're going to do for this is I'm just going to fool around with this till I find a tone that I like. I'm going to turn the bass up to about 8 right here. Okay, so here I have everything dimed, and what this bass has is 2 jazz bass pickups in parallel that are in series with a mudbucker. Those 2 are out of phase. So what this basically is when I have both of these on, it will be quiet and it'll have that bass end and that top end like this. Turn that down. When I turn the mudbucker off, we were just going to be getting the jazz bass pickups. And there we're not getting much bass. And then when I turn the jazz bass pickups off, it gets really heavy. I call that my world destroyer because it is roughly 3 times the volume of when I have this stuff out of series. But that's just kind of showing you the tones that I generally get from this, and I'm going to be leaving it in out of phase for most of this. So we're just going to crank the bass a little bit. I feel like the treble's a bit too high. I'll draw back the presence a little bit, push the mids. Maybe a little bit more treble. Goodness. Let me just give that a quick turn right there. Let's turn that off, standby again. The bass control. It has so much bass, but it doesn't have it in the frequencies that a typical bass amp would. It has it more in like the low mids area. And what this amp is really good for, in my opinion, is complementing that by boosting the mids and boosting the bass and getting. And this is really good, in my opinion. Not as a clean amp, it's like a crunch bass tone. So, you have your regular bass amp, that'll be like a clean tone or whatever. And then you have this, which is like 100 watts, and you use this as like, you know, your monitor to blast the people in front of the stage or whatever, and you use this as your crunch amp, and it gets some good crunch tones. However, this is with the preamp gain cranked, but then we're going to turn on the sensitivity switch, and it's going to get wild right here. Anyways, that about covers my thoughts on the RedBear, for bass anyway. For guitar, definitely go watch the other video, because there's some, you know, different stuff in there that's specific to guitar. But for bass, I really like using this as a crunch amp again. And I'm just a big fan of tube bass amps in general. I absolutely love them. And I know that that is not the case for a lot of people. They're heavy, they're unwieldy, you know, they're less reliable and all that stuff. And this one did just blow 4 tubes, but at the same time, in terms of a crunch bass tone, I feel like this is about as good as it gets. In terms of volume, it's probably not the best, but again, get a real bass amp for your bass frequencies. Get this for, you know, your low mid to regular mid punch and crunch, and it will just do so well. It's incredible. Anyway, thank y'all for watching.